So it seems that Meghan and Harry were pictured leaving San Antonio, Texas a day ago. And so there were all these articles written about it because apparently Meghan was seen staring Harry in a dominant way as they were seen passing through the airport in San Antonio, Texas. And so, interesting shoulder bag, by the way. I do have mine. Where's mine? It's not exact, but I do have one that looks like that. So it looks very Parisian girl with her flats. So very cool. And I mean, I'm not saying that I'm a Parisian girl by any means, but I'm just saying that I see some Parisian girls with bags like this, so I think it's sort of like a thing. But so she's been supporting her husband with her hand, and apparently that's seen as very dominant. And it's like you're mine. You belong to me, and people are just bent out of shape about it. I mean, look, they are together. What can I say? They're in it. They're in. They're all in, the two of them, and good for them. Listen, this video, I really wanted to talk about how Meghan has been going from win to win. Meghan and Harry, but in particular, a little bit going on to Meghan right now, just because of her projects. I mean, Invictus is Harry's project, and that's huge. And really, to be honest with you, this season was, catapulted with Harry's Invictus tour, where his wife was with him, obviously. And so since then, it's just been like one thing to the next. I mean, you had them rebranding to Sussex.com and officializing the office of Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. And then right after that, Meghan announced that, she had the new podcast with Lemonada. And so, archetypes would be coming back with a sort of women-led company, Lemonada. Not sure if Meghan has shares in Lemonada. Would not be surprised if it's some kind of a deal where um, she is part owner of the company. But so there's that. And then, of course, with the Invictus Tour, as I said, that was just huge. I mean, that was a huge success, huge PR. Just, I mean, it was a feast. I mean, it's a PR consultant executive's dream. That tour was really great, and I hope that the actual games are even better. But I don't see how they could top that. But that was just really, really very, very successful. Huge win for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. With that one, especially the Duke. But without Meghan, it would not be so interesting. So yeah, she brings the X factor. And then you had also Harry and Meghan's company supporting Gina Davis's research on mothers in film, and that was very well, talked about. Got a lot of press with that. Very intelligent press. You know, not so appealing to the airheads who only want to talk about nonsense, but people who have like actual intellects were really sort of impressed with that research project. Then you also have the fact that Meghan was on the A-list panel just recently. This is her going back home from it in Texas, in Austin, and San Antonio, where she spoke at the S by SW panel, and talking about women's rights, bullying, and different things for International Women's Day. So that was really great, very intelligent as well. And then you had her legal win recently over her sister, her half sister, I should say, Samantha, put sister in quotes. And then you also had the fact that the Netflix exec was, praised her recently, recently praised both the Duke and Duchess of Sussex publicly, telling us that their show, their documentary was one of the top documentaries that the company had ever had. So it's just one thing to the next. It's a winning streak. You want them to keep winning, and don't overexpose. Just know exactly how much to be seen, how much not to be seen. Keep their mouths shut with regard to what's going on in the UK. Keep their distance for now till these people clean up their radioactive mess. Don't step into the mess. Keep away from the mess. And yeah, just keep the winning streak coming. I mean, from the rebrand to the podcast to Invictus Games to investments, potentially in Lemonada, to successful research projects, to the panel with Katie Couric and Brooke Shields and everyone, to winning over Samantha, to Netflix. I mean, it is a bonanza for Harry and Meghan, and a little bit in particular for Meghan at this time. It's a good season for them, especially when you consider the juxtaposition of that situation going on in the UK right now with the Catherine, the Princess of Wales, having to apologize for fabricating such an important photograph, for being unable to produce the original, from just her husband refusing to stand up to support her. I mean, it is to her illness, her actual illness, and her very long convalescence, to the king's cancer, to Andrew and Sarah's financial improprieties. Apparently, it appears they're someone that they got money from, received that money from inappropriate means. I mean, the list goes on for the bad news and the bad press. The queen taking off on a sun-filled holiday in the middle of all the chaos. I mean, it's been one thing to the other with the royal family across the pond. But here you have Harry and Meghan just cool, calm, and collected from one win to the other. Good for them.